Hello, and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. We're going to be talking about last week's show. I'm Marianne, and you can find me at mama_hooch, also formerly known as Queen of the Night. We have some we have some previews about that coming up. So we have Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi, I'm at RXJDK at Twitter.
And Anna.
Hello, I'm at Kazi Hooch on on X and Instagram.
Okay, and we have Diva Carey.
I just wanted to say I've sent direct messages to Anna on the new Diva account, which is diva_of_duel, and my personal account, and she's yet to DM me back. But
Did she follow me?
She did follow me though, so that's good.
Right.
Yes, so I have a little announcement. Yeah, my Twitter is still at Diva of Duel. DivaofDuel.com is back. So I finally got it working this today, and I updated a little bit. So yay. So it's still basically a blog right now and eventually done. I might change it to something different because Blogspot has not updated at all in like 15 years. It's literally the same. Yeah, and Riverside right now has updated and changed several times since I signed up in January. So I appreciate the Riverside does that. So eventually down the line, maybe we'll do a Substack or a Patreon or something like that. But for right now, the blog's back up. If anybody wants to look at old interviews, old blogs, everything's there, going back all the way to 2009. Yay. So, and tonight we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So everybody please like and subscribe and comment, follow, review. That'd be great.
Awesome. Wow, that's a lot of work.
That was a lot.
Lots of work.
Yeah. Maybe I'm doing something, but I went and checked it out, the blog, and I saw where the interviews were. Mm-hmm. And there's pictures, and I clicked on the pictures and it says who the interview, but is that supposed to take me that I can listen to the interview? Like I couldn't get it to.
Yeah, I was looking at some of them. Some of them were embedded clips, and some of them were on the YouTube page.
Okay.
Yeah, and Blog Talk Radio does not exist anymore. So any link to Blog Talk Radio is not going to work. But I did upload all the old interviews onto Spotify.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I was just going to ask when I said about Queen of the Night. I couldn't remember who you were back in the day.
Shit.
I remember Madeline, our friend Madeline. She was Saddle Shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I forget I forget who you were.
I don't know. Maybe I was just a diva. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe you were just a diva.
Yeah.
That could be. Okay. Well, anyway, the reason I brought up, well, maybe we could start there. The Queen of the Night is this week we had Marlena. She had passed out at the courthouse. So she hasn't been feeling well. Kayla had checked her out, but ran tests. They keep saying everything's okay. But she passed out at the courthouse. Belle brought her home and she fell asleep. And she started having this dream back in the day when I guess Stefano kidnapped her. I'm guessing we're going way back.
In the 90s.
In the 90s, I guess, when I don't think they mentioned this week about Queen of the Night, but I think it's coming up in the previews that she had this dream and that she's dreaming of Stefano. And I thought, they're going to show Stefano. But anyway, that's why I brought that up. So this was back when the Diva started back in 9. We were disguised at the time. But anyway, so we had that going on with Marlena. Anybody have any ideas what's wrong with Marlena? Because Susan kind of got a funny vibe off of Did you see that? And then some people are thinking, they think that Marlena is the killer. No, I think Susan senses something is wrong with Marlena. Like something medically wrong, maybe? Anybody have any ideas on that?
Or maybe she's got a split personality or something.
Okay. I don't know.
I did not watch the Queen of the Night storyline. It's hard. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. Was she like under I know like part of the possession storyline, Stefano was kind of invading her dreams and made her susceptible to being possessed. So I don't know if like she's getting some kind of subliminal message or something's coming through that way with her or not right now.
I can remember something about he would take her at night came into her bedroom or something and took her through the, I don't know, a closet thing, Queen of the Night. And I think he had her in, did he have her in a cage? Was that during the Queen of the Night? I don't know.
Oh, that was Queen of the Night, yes.
That Queen of the Night? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she's going back to. So
The
I guess,
possession started with the affair.
okay.
Yeah, I guess they made her right for the taking or something, whatever.
Yeah, so I don't know what all this Susan sensing stuff. And we're talking about Susan. Well, she came back because Chanel asked her to come back to help with
Johnny.
Johnny. They want to find out who the real killer is, and or not killer, shooter that shot EJ. So Susan come back, and then she went to see Marlena. Oh, and she ran into Gabi, and she's suspecting Gabi, and she's doing her, doing her thing. So
Her vibes.
yeah. She's getting
Like Eugene.
yeah. So that she's having Gabi freaking out. So, and then Gabi, I think Gabi had run into Gwen at the time, and those two kind of like and I kept thinking, okay, where's their connection? And then they started talking about Jake, and I'm there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. I'm going to say, how did these two know? I forgot about that. That's right, Jake, because Gabi was with Jake, right? Before Steph.
Yeah, but Gwen was with him first.
Gwen was with him first. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he flat out cheated on Gwen with Gabi.
Okay. After a while, there's so many storylines. Forget about that. So then we have Gwen, she's causing havoc in Salem. We have her, she comes in and she's thinking about the necklace, and she goes in the safe and she opens it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
She's all worked up about that. And she gets a knock on the door, and it's Julie coming for the necklace. And they're arguing about that. And she said, oh, I don't have the necklace. And then she's accusing Julie of stealing the necklace. And Julie's not, of course, Julie doesn't believe her. So we come to find out that Doug took the necklace. Doug stole the necklace because he showed up at Julie's.
Yeah.
Now I did like I did like how they ended the Doug Julie storyline.
Mm-hmm.
With them kind of making amends. Now, whether they leave that storyline open for Doug to return, but if he does return, I just hope it's a different actor.
The recasting, yeah.
Yes, they could go with Doug coming back with him being the grandson and them making amends. I could see how if they wanted to do anything more with that character, and maybe have somebody for Ari, because she said she even kind of liked him, but whether they would ever get them two together. But anyway, I think they would need a different. I thought that was a good.
So I didn't see the last. I fell asleep, like I told you guys while I was watching. Not because it was boring, like it sometimes is, but I was enjoying it. But I just conked out. But anyway, so did Doug bring Julie the necklace then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he broke in there, and because I knew when they were showing her putting that in the safe, I'm like, okay, obviously something's going to happen with the necklace.
We didn't actually see him take it, but yeah.
Okay, he brought it to her
to tell her he was leaving and to apologize and gave her the necklace. And he asked,
that's cool.
Yeah, and she actually asked him to put it on, and then she started. Yeah, she got all emotional, and she actually told him that he has a second chance, and when he gets settled, if she tells him how much he owes in debt, that she'd wire him the money. And then she gave him Doug's, I think, pocket watch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She did say, I saw the very end because I fast forwarded and saw it, and she said something about, you got great DNA. You just need to.
She did say that.
Come back when you get your life together. Oh, that's great. Well, I'm glad they wrote it well like that. And,
they did.
And I mean, because the character could be really interesting. I just think it's so many angles to the history and all that. But he just didn't, either the writing wasn't there for him or he just didn't quite take off. So, yeah, I'm glad they're not like killing off the character, even if it's fake killing or whatever. I'm glad they're,
especially
possibility for him to come back.
Especially since it was Doug's grandson,
Right.
But they
I would be surprised if they, I would be surprised if they brought back the same character, same actor.
I was surprised he was smart enough to break into the safe.
I know.
We didn't even see that.
He didn't have help.
How did he do it? Right.
Yeah.
Rachel helped him somehow. He kidnapped Rachel, and he got her over there, and she figured it out. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, and Susan Hayes did a great job basically doing the acting for both of them.
Yes,
So
she carried him,
Yeah.
definitely.
she totally carried him, and
Good point.
yeah, and hopefully he goes on and keeps learning his craft, and and improves. 'Cause we've seen actors not do well on days and then go someplace else and do fantastic.
Right.
True.
Yeah, yeah. So, and the writing didn't help. They made his character unlikable from the very beginning.
Right.
And then having him in the teen scene was absolutely disgusting. There's no reason. Seriously, a guy who's 21 and older should not be banging high school seniors. I'm sorry, that's gross.
Yeah. That's illegal.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're both 18, but still, it's still disgusting. Even though he didn't know Ari was 18, but I see why he would assume she was 21 in a bar, but we all know underage girls get into bars all the time.
Yeah.
He more or less told or admitted to Ari that the only because he couldn't.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring on Angela. You guys okay with that?
Yeah. Awesome.
Great.
Oh, did she get through? Oh, okay.
So exciting.
I clicked on let in. Gosh, I wonder what the problem is. I'm sorry, I'm trying. I clicked in let in 3 times. All right, we'll keep talking. If she pops in again, I don't know why it's not letting her in. Go ahead and talk. I'm gonna send her a message, let her know that I'm
Yeah, sure. Well, okay. We were talking about Doug. Well, he did. Everybody wanted to come and talk to him and tell him off. So Holly was talking to him, and Ari talked to him, and Gabi talked to him. Did anybody slap him? Did I miss a slap?
Yeah, Ari.
Ari did. Yeah. Okay. I thought Gabi might. I thought Gabi was going to.
Yeah.
But
She looked like she was ready to.
Yeah. So they all told him off. So and he kept saying how sorry he was, and he should have. Yeah, he made all these stupid decisions. Decisions, and he kept making the same ones over and over. The same bad choices. So he's gone. Well, we got Tony back this week on Wednesday, which was nice to see.
Yes, but where is Anna?
I don't know.
Well,
She should be coming up. I know there's scenes with Tony's. I think Tony is on again Monday, but I think it's just him. I think it's just Tony and Gabi again. But yeah, they should be coming up. I mean, they are. I know there are scenes with them together. But yeah. So he came and he called Gabi and wanted to discuss.
Her spying.
What's that? Oh yes, taking over Demira. I mean, he wants to get Demira back. So he asked Gabi to. At first, he asked her about if she would help him. She could get Gabi Sheik back and be, in charge. Well, she didn't want that. She says, "I don't know." She says, "Xander's been nice to me, which he had been. What else is in it for me?" So she gets ready to leave, and he's, officer as well. I mean, like, sweeten the pot here a little bit. So he told her she could be CEO, Demira, but he would still be in the background, like the puppet. Yeah. Just didn't want anybody to know. Yeah. And I still, poor Tony, the words that come out of his mouth, I still call BS on this crap about, no, I don't want to be, nah, because even Gabi said, why me, Tony? Don't you want it back? Tony should have said, yeah, I do. But anyway, he said, no, I don't want to be bothered with all that corporate stuff. And I'm happy just traveling. So that's what I said. I said she should be. I think he should still be in charge and come back and say, yeah, I want this. But
yes,
they just do not want to put Tony in charge of Demira. So anyway, what did anybody think about Tony coming back? Or the whole idea of them scheming together? Do you think it'll work?
always good to have Tony on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I like the whole idea.
Yeah.
I think probably what he wants to do is have Gabi seduce one or the other, Philip or Xander, is what I'm thinking. I saw some chemistry maybe between Xander and Gabi. What's anybody think about
Yeah.
that? Yeah?
So he's got chemistry with everybody.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm glad to see Tony back and not just popping in or being comic relief. I'm glad he's kind of more in the drama this time.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how much this goes on or what, how they're going to do this. How does he think that he's going to get Demira back? And if they do, what they accomplish. And I think he's on again Monday. And I think they're probably going to set up a plan. It looks like he's talking to Gabi again. But I do know that Tony and Anna will be on.
That's good.
they will be on eventually together. That's what they do. They have them like pop in, like he'll be on one week and then off for another. Then he comes on in another week, and then they come on. So it's like scattered here and there. So that's how they do the storylines, I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I didn't understand why they didn't have Anna on when Carrie was in town. They do that all the time. Like, why can't they be in town at the same time?
You would think.
I did see remember when Sammy was supposed to come on?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Sammy is coming on soon, I think. Did I see something like in August, like in another week or so?
Yeah, I texted you. I'm trying to figure out what day it was. Okay, August 5th.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I
That's
wonder
good.
why. Wonder why she's. Oh, I think she's back to come see Marlena. I guess she's happy to come back because her. It's. I think I read somewhere her schedule. Her schedule wouldn't allow, her to come back at that time during the whole John funeral thing.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. We kind of talked about Tony. Oh, and then we had so he's still trying to make amends with Gwen.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
she's thawing a little.
I was going to say that people think looks like she's starting to soften up a little bit when they were talking about things.
Well, I'm glad they have a male-female friendship because that's been lacking on Days for a while.
Uh-huh.
And one of my favorite friendships ever was Cass and Felicia on Another World.
Oh,
Yeah, that friendship lasted decades.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Days kind of doesn't do that. Of course, either you're related to somebody or you've had
yeah.
sex with.
For them.
Yeah, there's not too many male-female friendships on this show. You know what I mean? Yeah, either their love interest or a relative. Yeah, so I want their friendship to come back, but she's really dead set on this revenge tour.
Yes.
Hey, Angela got on. There she is.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Angela? Yay!
Hi. I'm excited. I got made this
There
work.
she. Oh,
And all
you got
Cool.
it to work. Yay.
of you guys. I know you can't see me. You don't want to. I'd already taken my makeup off for the day.
You two, Anna and Angela.
I'm in the Witless Protection Program in an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Anna said
He's fighting from the south.
everybody that has the initials A in their first name, we have permission not to be incognito tonight, at least.
So, what's your thoughts on the show, Angela? We haven't heard from you in a while.
I know. I think overall, I think it's going well. I'm not super excited about anything to do with Cat. I was going back through an old podcast today when I was trying to put this thing together, and Marianne was hysterical. I sat here and laughed out loud. I've been sitting outside because it's a little bit cooler out here tonight than it has been.
Coming.
And my gosh, Cat and in her coming, whatever
Breakthrough. Yeah, where's she breaking through to? Yeah, that's what I said.
or from, we don't know.
Or what? What's she breaking through?
It was hysterical. It was perfect you. It was just perfect you. It was wonderful. I felt like I just got to go back to listening and talking to these ladies. So anyway, I think it's okay.
I guess I'm not the only one that thinks like that. I guess.
I I think everybody. I mean, I was puzzled without getting into. I was puzzled when they hired her. And again, she's a lovely girl. She may be a fabulous thespian. I don't know, but this has not been the program to show that because the character really didn't. Anyway, I think it really wasn't well thought out to begin with. So I think that part of the show, I'm not excited. I love Greg Rickard. I wasn't real excited, I thought, when he first came from like Young and the Restless, but he's really so talented and he's so funny. And so
Mm-hmm.
I hope with the Emmys, I hope that he gets an Emmy. Did he got a nomination, right?
Yeah, Greg did. Yeah.
So anyway,
From
I
Days, I think he's the one that deserves it. From
Yeah,
Days, yeah.
it depends. I think, yeah, I'm still looking forward to Alison Sweeney's appearance from whenever she filmed it. So, yeah, I'm still curious about a couple of things as far as how that's going to work out. Like I said, I watch it. I don't get to see it as frequently and as regularly as I have been. I'm trying to start watching it, in the evenings again, pretty regularly. But like I said, it was so sad. So much has been so sad. Losing, not Roman, but John Black, Coviston, and even I haven't talked to you guys really. I don't think since the character of Doug has passed away, and obviously Bill Hayes. It was just, I mean, I remember when he came on the show. I was watching the show with my granny in 1970. I was 5 years old, and
Oh,
and she loved for Doug to sing at the restaurant and everything, and Robert and all that. It was just so special for me. It's just a lot of happy memories with my grandmother, especially. And so, like I said, I mean, it was just, and I think y'all talked about this. I was catching up on one of the other recordings y'all had out there. I'm really puzzled as to why Susan Seaforth Hayes did not get recognized this year. I'm really puzzled. Other than, I know that she and her, and Bill Hayes got those large, career awards together a couple of years ago. But, I don't know.
She got snubbed for.
think that
I can't understand
for
either.
being recognized because she did a fantastic job, and she's just beautiful. I mean, I think how difficult that still must be for her, and
Yeah.
how fresh it has to be there, and for him not to be there with her. It just Anyway, I have a lot of respect for her, and there's several, like I said, there's several characters because I haven't been watching. Yeah, I've never stopped watching it, but as far as a lot of the younger people, that I'm just not really following it very closely. The one that just had the baby, and
We could talk about
and
that.
she hasn't told anybody
Sophia.
she gave it up
Sophia.
for adoption.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the ones I really am really interested in.
It's awful. I've really tried to focus. I said, can't remember the people's names, and I just kind of go back to the characters that I love and what's going on with them, and
The new ones. Gotta get used to.
and plus also I'm very interested in what Deidre Hall is doing with Marlena. What if she's going to be ill? If it's just the trauma of losing her husband. Just exactly what that story is going to be because she's not feeling well. I saw an episode where Belle said that she would come over and her mom could sleep on the couch and she would kind of stay there with her. And I've gone through periods of times like that. I've lost all my family. As a matter of fact, I lost my stepbrother, who I had not really talked to in about 2 years since I moved up where I'm living right now. And he passed away, and I didn't. They couldn't. They were still trying to contact me in the state where I was living for about 18 years, and I guess my stepbrother just was a little bit confused, and they just didn't have any information of how to get in touch with me. But so
I'm so sorry.
well, it was a shock because I'm not a Facebook person, and but for some reason, I guess the Lord just led me one day to go out on Facebook, and I don't even have an account, and and
Wow.
and I looked up, we went to the same high school. He was just older than I was, and I knew that my class had a reunion about 2 years ago that I didn't go to. I'll go to the big one in a couple of years, but I found his class, and I was looking at all these pictures of these guys that I saw, when I was like in the 6th grade, and they were all in high school. And all of a sudden, they were talking about my stepbrother, and 91 people out of his senior class of probably 700 or 800, and he was president of his class. He was very active in high school.
Oh, wow.
They organized a funeral for him.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
nobody knew how to get in touch with me, and all of his family is gone. And anyway,
Oh, wow.
it was just but he watched Days with me, and the last time I spent time with him, and I'll wrap this up, in 2000, I guess it was, I can't remember quite what year it was, probably around 2016, maybe. It's been a while, but I took him down to Pawleys Island in South Carolina, where my family had a house that I was selling after my mom and my granddad and everyone had passed away. He stayed down there with me we stayed down there for a week, and we watched Days every day. And he continued to watch it too, on and off. So we had some great discussions of the show and all that kind of stuff. And I knew all of y'all by then, so I told him about the podcast and all that stuff. So anyway, it was lots of happy memories. So many things, like I said, have kind of touched parts of my family watching Days, and a lot of us have. So it'll always mean a lot to me. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen, but I do want to see Sammy come back, and I'm missing that. So hopefully that'll come soon. I don't know what the time period is. Y'all may know.
August 5th.
August 5th. Wow. Okay. That's perfect. Okay.
Coming up, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So, what do y'all think about the show right now? Y'all pleased with it? Any ideas about who's really writing at this point?
Well, supposed to have 2 women writers right now.
Mhm.
Well,
So,
one
yeah.
has resigned, right? Or was that the executive producer?
No,
Jean
the 2 women I think are still there.
Okay, wasn't it Paula Quigley and then Jean Marie something, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Ford and Swickley.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it. But I remember she wrote years ago. I didn't like the storyline, but she wrote with a guy for just about, I don't know, 10 months, and I forgot what the storyline was. I think we had
Okay.
EJ then. We had James Scott as EJ, and
Mhm.
I remember thinking it stuck so firmly in my mind that I did not like that storyline. But again, I think this, things have been. Of course, Ron's work has been being shown up until just about a month or two ago, right? The
I
show
think it
was
started in April, May. We
April,
started
May.
seeing their
They hired them. Obviously they've been. I guess their stuff is just starting to air. I guess is what I'm saying is that because they write so far
yeah,
ahead.
their stuff is airing right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, that's so far so good. Like I said, of course, I was sad to see Ron leave. I liked him, but I guess he went on to write for The Gates on CBS.
He's not doing that anymore.
Yeah,
He's
he got
done.
let go from there too. Yeah.
Oh, he left Beyond the Gates?
Yep.
Oh,
I have the
how's that
feeling
show doing? Beyond the Gates. I don't even.
I've never seen it.
I kind of like it.
Is it streaming?
No, it's on Channel 2.
Okay, it's on the it's on network.
CBS.
It's on a
It's on
network?
CBS.
Wow.
See,
Wow. I didn't realize that.
What time slot is that in?
It's on right after Bold and Beautiful.
Okay, it's 2 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
There was a lot written when they first started, and I mean, I read quite a few things and wanted to watch it, but I'm usually, I'd have to watch it at night, and I just haven't taken the time to do it. I don't know if Jamie Giddens is still writing for that show, because didn't he go there too?
I think he is.
So I guess I
Right.
think the last I heard about, I haven't even looked at Daytime Confidential website in probably 2 years. So I don't even know if that still exists. But yeah, but I think Ron said that, at least when I read something recently, it said when he was talking about leaving, and again, he's been a head writer for a lot of shows. I don't think he's got financial worries. If he takes a job or not, I think he's fine. But I think he said that he was actually script writing. So I thought that was interesting. So I don't really know the details about the show at all, and I've been pretty busy, so I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, I think, like I said, I'm happy that Days is still on. I'm glad that it's continuing for 2 years. I wanted to ask y'all if what you thought about whether or not it would be good for Days, and maybe just with you personally, if they also went back to airing Days on NBC as well as streaming on.
They could, but I like it on Peacock. I have to admit.
I
that's
guess
streaming.
Yeah, I think everything is going that direction. I think last 2 or 3 months now, there's more streamers than there's network. So that's why, Comcast.
It's just the convenience of watching it when you want, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
I
watch
think
it in 40 minutes, and yeah.
yeah, I think that's a key thing. I think the problem is that, and I read this and did not realize it was quite as serious that Peacock is in really serious trouble. And, Hallmark has pulled out. And so they don't have, truly, days is important to them. But there was an article, and it might be interesting if somebody wanted to go and look at it. But I think they were showing how many million subscribers there were. And Peacock has the fewest subscribers of any.
Wow.
And part of it, I think, is that any of these, well, it's not so much that, I don't think. I think it's the tie, because television is going away. Network TV is going away. NBC and Comcast have almost completely, they've been working at this reorganization of Comcast and NBC and throwing out a lot of these other, networks, out, and they are trying to come up with what they're going to do with those. But it's really been quite a change, and I think Comcast was smart to do that, but I had no idea. And of course, there's been so many issues now with CBS, and of course, Paramount owns, that's where the CBS shows go. I used to subscribe to Paramount Plus, but it's really, anyway, it's an interesting thing if you go out there and you look and you see. I won't go through all the detail of it, but I think of who has the most, subscribers, and Peacock does not have a lot. And so I know they're scaling back. There have been 2 or 3 articles in the last month or two about they're scaling back a lot. So I'm sure they don't want to lose days, but I'm also just concerned about if Peacock goes away, which I think there's a good chance that it will, not necessarily, but within 2 years, I have a feeling, unless something dramatically changes for it, I don't know that Peacock will exist. There'll be other services they can join, and it's interesting. And Comcast purchased at the beginning of Hulu, which shows ABC programming. And Hulu is, of course, tied to Disney, so they have a lot more subscribers, and they're getting ready to merge more with Disney. And Disney has like hundreds of millions more subscribers than any of the rest of these services do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's going to be interesting to see. To me, that's something that's interesting to me. I may be really not interesting to anybody else, but I think that it's going to be. I think it would be safer for days. Like I said, NBC years ago purchased at the beginning of Hulu 30% of it. NBC owns 30% of Hulu. I did not know that. And so
That's
that means
interesting. I never knew that either.
Comcast owns 30% of Hulu,
Oh,
which is
I
all
don't
of
know any of that
ABC.
stuff. Yeah,
So if something happens,
I
we
just
will
watch
not lose.
days.
Yeah, I know. I used to watch General Hospital for a long time, but I do think that
I gotta.
if Peacock left tomorrow, it would be a seamless thing for days to go somewhere else. But I think like I said, I have some friends, especially some older friends that would be like my parents, that will not stream, will not do it. And so, they're missing days. I mean, there are some older people that are not watching days anymore because of the fact that it's being streamed. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's still some people out there, and NBC is still, and Comcast are still going to be there for a while. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But I think no matter what happens to Peacock, I think days obviously will go on. I think Hulu will take it, or whoever will take it.
And
Peacock did renew days for 2 more years.
Yeah, but we don't have any guarantee that Peacock is going to survive financially with 20 million subscribers, and everybody else has got
I see a lot of
150
shows on there.
million. Huh?
I see a lot of shows on there. I know.
yeah, me too.
I watch a lot of different.
And isn't Days supposedly the top streamed
It's usually in the
show
top 10.
on?
Yeah, but
on Peacock?
we don't know what the other percentages are. I have no doubt that Days is probably one of those that people are tuning into. But when you look even at how many people were watching Days before it went to streaming, I don't know that is just, now 100 times more. So, they've got a lot of old NBC programs that have got a lot of legs. I mean, if they're showing Friends, that's something, if it would be a big draw. But anyway, I think there's a lot. It's quite interesting. Like I said, if anyone is nerdy like I am, you may want to look at what which of the streaming services are really doing good, or doing well rather. And Fubo, I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it or not, Fubo, actually is streaming season 58 of Days. So about 3 or 4 years old. I don't know who's watching it. I'm curious. I was curious about how they did that, but I won't go into all of it. Again, being a nerd, I got involved and I went down some rabbit hole. So I want to go back. I love Days. I love you ladies, and I want to listen to y'all because y'all know a lot more than I do.
Angela,
Yes, ma'am.
Beyond the Gates, Kevin from General Hospital is on there, and Tiger is on there too.
Wow, wow. I saw something about Tiger not long ago, and I thought, because he was handsome. So yeah, I saw that. I do want to see. I do want to see it. I've not done it yet, but it's on my list. I'll try to get to it soon.
Yeah. John Lindstrom is channeling his inner lion.
John Lindstrom. I was so sad that he and his wife split up.
Yeah.
Wait, what? John Lindstrom?
John Lindstrom and the lady that has been playing
Katie McClain?
Eddie McClain.
Yeah, they're divorced by now probably, but
I didn't know that. Okay, because I like John Lindstrom. I didn't know
I
that.
do too. Oh, I like both of them.
I'm not really a fan of, the other one, but I like him.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen, like I said, I've been kind of watching some of Days. I haven't seen it all. I've lost some of it, but I really hope that Jennifer is going to be on more.
Yeah, they were on not long ago, Jack and Jen.
Yeah. I loved it that she was on.
Yeah, they've been on.
Because Melissa Reeves lives in the same state that I live currently. It's where their home is. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, but I think I know that I think they've been in California for a while, and I actually bought some other property or something in the newspaper the other day. So I was wondering because I just haven't seen. I saw a little bit, during the funeral stuff. I know she was there for that, but I think hopefully she's going to be showing. They're going to give her some more story. There was an article. The actor. I said the animal. I don't know what's wrong with him. The actor. Is it Jason Brooks that played the real Patty guy years ago?
Peter Blake.
Pardon?
Peter Blake.
Peter Blake played Peter Blake, and of course that was very controversial, and we'll forget all of that controversy. But I thought he was a good actor, and again, regardless of anything else, like I said, I thought he did a good job, and he was on NBC on some show I never saw. But he's also done a good bit of other work, and he really seemed to be very interested in maybe trying to go back to Days. And I don't know if that would work out or not. Obviously, there's a lot of angst back in the day, but I did think he was a good actor, and the show was good back then. I really enjoyed some of the stories that were going on. I went back and looked to see what was going on besides just his storyline. But anyway, I don't know that will happen. But yeah, I know they interviewed him on oh gosh, what is it called? Dishing Days. I don't know if anybody still watches that. But I know they've interviewed him a couple of times. Not recently. It's been a couple of years ago. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. And then there was some type of question. I don't know where it got generated about what storylines, if he did come back, what type of storylines do you think would be interesting and people would want to see? So I don't know. I don't know if they're really fishing for that or not. Interesting.
Anna, are you still there? You can hear me? Because she was talking about. Were you talking about Sophia? We're going to talk about that. Did you see those about the whole when she was talking to Tate and Brady when she came back after having the baby?
Yeah. Well, I think we had started talking. The static is so loud on my end, I can't hear very well. I thought the kid who plays Tate, the young man that plays Tate, did an excellent job in those scenes, and I felt for him. I was like, I really did. Does anyone think? I know when Brady looked at the picture again, I swear I was thinking, are they going to figure out that was a stock photo at some point? Are they going to run it through images or, on Google or something and figure out that totally looked like a stock photo,
Yeah,
of the baby?
Yeah. And I don't know.
I don't know that Brady would be the one to figure that out, but I just thought those were really touching scenes. And I thought Eric did a great job playing the dad, you know, in that scene and those scenes. But Sophia was really good. The girl that plays Sophia was really good. But I'm really kind of pissed off about the whole thing. I hate this. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like that they're lying to him and stuff. But
Yeah.
but
Well,
it
I
does
think
make it interesting because he thinks he had a baby girl. So
Yeah.
they think that he's not going to think that when some baby showed up, when he hears the story eventually about how a baby was dropped off approximately during the same date that his child was born, that there's not going to be any association with like, oh, wait a minute. What if Sophia lied to me? You know, I don't know.
Well,
Then we still
until
don't
he
know.
talks to
We still
Sarah.
don't know. What's that?
I don't know. You didn't watch Friday, but if he talks to Sarah, because Sarah found out that it's a girl and she knows it's a boy, because Sophia went to her, which I don't know why Melinda didn't think of that. Or, yeah.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, she
Okay.
went, yeah. Yeah, she went to like prenatal things with Sarah, and Sarah has it
That's
as a
right.
male. Yeah.
That's right.
So
Oh my gosh.
why did they do that with the? I don't know. I don't understand.
That's interesting.
Well, I know
I
it's
didn't.
for the
That didn't even
plot, but
click.
like Melinda,
Okay, that
yeah.
didn't click. Okay.
But yeah, that was probably Melinda's thinking too. Make it a girl so it would be, you know, they wouldn't
Right, but
suspect.
that's
But
an
now they're going to
interesting.
suspect.
I had not thought about that aspect. You're right. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So that's what happened on Friday.
It's not a big, long, dragged out thing, but I do like that. I do like that that happened. I mean, like maybe it'll be a while before they figure out that this little baby boy,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I hope it's not something that gets stretched out forever.
Yeah.
Well, the spoilers have Sarah confronting Sophia about it. Yes. But I think they're setting up a custody battle between
Yeah.
Leo, yeah, Javi, and versus Sophia
Yeah.
and Tate.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then because they keep showing how in love they are with the baby and all that. I just thought,
Right.
oh yeah, down the road,
Yep.
this is gonna be something. And when he signed the document, I don't even think that was a legal document because when she called and told Melinda that he had signed, she said the way she said it, it was like he signed what he thought was the legal document or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's going to be some outs there. Now, what is Melinda planning on doing? I mean, is she trying to find a legitimate couple to take the baby in the meantime,
That I don't know.
where she can make some money? Obviously,
Yeah, I don't know what her plan is. Yeah, she says she has all the right papers, so I don't know. Trying to cover.
Yeah,
I'm really liking Melinda in this role.
I am too.
Well, yeah, helping Sophia, and I thought Tate did
Yeah.
a good job. The actor that plays Tate, you know,
Yeah,
being like that and with Brady.
definitely.
Yeah,
He's a good actor.
yeah, he is. Yes, yeah,
Really is.
yeah. They did good casting and recasting Tate. I think.
And
Yeah,
imagine thinking Carrie thinks he's going to meet his baby, and even if they're, you know, even if they're, you know, sending him to an adoption family, he still wanted to be able to have that experience. So yeah, but I thought Brady did a good job of you know, I thought the way that Eric played it, he was being very,
yeah, he does.
you know,
Yeah, that
He
whole
would be
father-son
the common
relationship is
rational
good.
one for once.
Just like John
yeah, which
Brady,
is shocking.
and he calls him kid too, just like Drake would call Brady.
Oh, that's
or, you know, or
right.
whatever. Yeah. Oh, so my power here.
You know what I think what's going to happen, and Leo kind of has it coming. He's going to bond with this baby, and I think they're going to lose it.
Oh,
Yeah, but at the same time, too, he's the one who took Nicole's baby, and well, I guess Dimitri did it, gave it to Sloan, but he knew Sloan had it, and he knew the baby was Nicole's, and he thought it was Nicole's and EJ's at the time. So in a way, he's going to get a little bit of karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of other,
Back to the karma thing.
yeah,
And I know this is less important, but that whole necklace thing, what is Gwen going to do? Is she going to file charges against Julie and accuse her of commandeering all that?
I
to
don't
steal
know.
it back?
Yeah, Julie's gonna flaunt it probably.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like Gwen could, I mean, you know, I don't know.
Julie
It
should
could
just
get
hide it
interesting
away,
there,
just
but
keep quiet. Yeah,
I love Gwen. I just love Gwen.
yes.
And I loved
Yeah.
her. I loved her conversations with Leo this week, where They almost got back to their old selves a little bit. It was
Yeah.
Isn't it true that Emily O'Brien can play anyone and do anything and it becomes believable?
Yes.
Definitely.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, she played two
Love
different
her.
characters, right? One
And
right
she's
after
come
the other,
back, her
actually.
character's come back so confident and everything because she's got the, I can't even pronounce the last name, Money.
She got FU money. That's what she's got.
On Lushner.
There you go. That's right.
To go back and look that up again, I had forgotten about all the Revolutionaries.
So is Dimitri missing? So since she's
Yes.
still married to him,
Yep.
she went to court
I think he
and
ran
got,
off with somebody, didn't
yeah,
he? Because he read a Dear
right.
John
But
letter to
then did
Leo.
he? Okay, but then do you think that Dimitri's ever going to show back up? If not the same actor, I don't know.
I think he is. I think he
Because
is.
because Leo made a comment reminding, when all this stuff got dredged up again, he made a comment about how he was telling Gwen, he's like, and all I got was a Dear John letter or Dear Leo letter that would look like it was written by a school, an elementary school age kid or something like that. And so it made me think, was that, are they going to turn out, not that I care that much about Dimitri at all, but like, are they going to make it where he was really kidnapped or something? And then, he comes back right as Leo and Javi
Get
are getting
married.
married.
Right.
Yeah.
Although to me, he's got such a better relationship, a deeper relationship with Javi than he's had with anybody else on that show. So I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was it.
Get his,
I
or
don't know.
maybe him and Gwen go at it with over the money or something.
Yeah.
That could be another thing too. Yeah. Well, speaking of custody battles, we have Xander and Sarah. I don't know. They
Yeah.
seem to settle down a little bit and kind of come to a compromise.
Yeah.
So if he takes anger management classes, he's going to
I'm
look
looking
away
forward
from the
to
fact that he
watching.
beat up Phillips, and he's agreed to
I'm
it.
looking forward. Oh,
So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to watching Deidre or Marlena and his anger management sessions.
God.
I don't know. But maybe he won't be able to take them with Marlena because something, maybe with Marlena being sick. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But he has agreed to it. They've kind of, trying to, they've been a little bit more civil to each other lately. So we'll see. Let's see. Do we have any? There was a scene with Rachel and Brady and Sarah where they were talking about a baby, and Rachel was saying about her favorite name was Mackenzie. Or how convenient was that? Of all the names, the girls' names, Rachel's favorite name was Mackenzie. So he brought that up. Oh, and Marlena hypnotized EJ.
Yep. Right. He didn't remember yet.
He can't remember. And is it because it's somebody close to him? That's why it's blocking it up, or is it the trauma? Who is it? Is it Rachel? I don't know.
It's Rachel.
Huh?
I'm glad he mentioned basically this is not the first time he's been shot. So you think he'd remember.
But he can't remember. For some reason, he's just blocking it out. I don't know. So I guess she's going to try again.
Does anyone know if Brandon Barash is filming?
Nope. I do not know that. I don't know. You mean for Steph? Now they do mention Stefan. They've been mentioning him
Yeah.
lately. Now whether he comes back or it'll be a different one, I don't know. I know he was saying that he wouldn't come back. I've been
I
hearing.
think I read that he wanted to come back.
No, I don't know. He's with the
He
day
hasn't been
players. He's
working
still.
for a while. I don't know, but they've got a new baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Wait,
hope they
who
bring
has
the
a new
Stefan
baby?
character back.
Who
Well, it's
has a
not
new
that.
baby?
I guess it's his baby. It's only about a year old, 6 months to a year old. Is with his new mommy.
Brandon's?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's right.
Okay.
he
I
got
didn't know.
married 2 years ago. I don't know. I loved him, so I hope that they do bring that character back. There seems to be. I'm very intrigued because they throw out little things all the time, and I'll read about them, and then I'll kind of wonder. I wonder how they would do all
He
that.
could come back with Vivian because Vivian's the one that like whisked him away.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Gabi's.
love Louise Sorrell. I'm excited
Yeah.
that she's come back. She's awesome. And it sounded like I may have misread this, but I thought that also I read something that maybe they would bring remember when Steve Nichols played Stefano. They
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
him something else. That was not my favorite storyline, but there was something that almost kind of lent itself to being some confusion about who all would be there, and especially now that we have Teo back, and so it's going to be interesting. I hope that they fill up that Demira mansion.
Yes, with the mirrors. Yes, finally the mirrors. Like, get them back.
Gwen just moved back in. That was funny.
Yeah, that's right. She moved back in.
I mean, that actress can do anything.
I guess you're a
She's
Demira.
so good.
Anything for her, and she's got it. I mean, she's amazing.
As long as you marry one Demira, even if it's a nephew or whatever, just like that's what Tony told
Gabi.
even though she married
Yeah.
on, not on, yeah. Stefan, yeah, she's still a Demira, even if you marry. Gwen says she's a Demira because she married
Yep.
Dimitri, who isn't a Demira, really. His mother's the Demira. So, but yeah. So, can marry in the family anyway, and you got a stake in it.
Well, they've got the most current set in house, so they probably can. They can get more people in the Demira mansion for sure.
But they still don't have anybody answering the door. Like Gwen said, where she's like,
It's like they got 1,000 people working here.
nobody
And
can
of course
carry
they
her
don't.
luggage up to her room. Where's everybody at?
I just want them to always be talking about. Was it Harold? Who was the butler? Harold.
Yeah.
He's
There's
baking
Mary too. I think.
cookies.
I
Someone
always
like
loved
that.
it when they would talk about him.
Yeah.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson.
Henderson.
Well, that's all I got. Anything else?
It's just so good to hear all your voices.
It's great to hear yours,
I think
Angela.
we covered
So
everything.
happy.
Love
Yeah,
you
jump
guys.
there, please. Yeah, come call back.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
All right, ladies, do you want to wrap it up for the evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Good weekend.
All right.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thanks,
Later,
everybody.
ladies.
All
Great
right.
to
Love
hear
it.
from you, Angela.
Oh, it's great to hear
Take
all from
care.
you. Take
See you,
care. Bye bye.
Angela.
Sure.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.